Iceland. Have you ever listened to a country? In Iceland, it's a deep rumble, like giant pieces of ice moving. Have you ever felt the earth being created right through your shoes? Or stood on a beach made of fire and rock and felt tiny, but also amazed? If you want to know what it feels like to stand on the edge of the world, it feels like this. But what if I told you that feeling is just the start? In this video, we're taking you on a journey to the heart of a living planet. So if you want to feel that, subscribe now to join all our adventures. Please like this video to help us share these incredible feelings with more people. Trust me, you'll want to watch every second. Don't click away, because the most breathtaking parts are still ahead, and what's coming next will blow your mind. The land of contrasts. There's a place where the story of our planet isn't in books. It's written in stone, steam, and ice. This is Iceland. You've probably heard it called the land of fire and ice. It sounds like a marketing slogan, but it's the literal truth. This is where volcanoes and glaciers are locked in an eternal dance, a fight that sculpts a landscape so alien it feels less like a country and more like a living thing. Coming here isn't just about seeing new sights, it's about watching the earth in the act of becoming. It's an invitation to feel the pulse of a world that's still being born. Our journey starts where so many of these stories crash together, on a beach that breaks all the rules. This is Reynisfjara. The sand here isn't golden, it's a deep volcanic black, the crushed remains of lava that once flowed like a river of fire into the ice-cold Atlantic. Every grain of sand under my feet tells a story of that ancient, violent collision. It's cold to the touch, a reminder that this island's real heat is a secret, hidden just under the surface. Out in the sea, the Reynisfjara rock stacks rise from the grey water like spires of a sunken castle. Legend says they're trolls, caught by the morning sun and turned to stone. The waves here don't just lap at the shore, they charge. They're furious, thundering down with a power you can feel in your chest. They claw at the black sand, a constant reminder that the ocean is the boss, and even the hardest rock will give in eventually. Standing here, you learn Iceland's first big lesson, the overwhelming power of nature. It's humbling, almost scary. The sheer scale of it all, the raw energy, strips away all the noise of daily life. Your worries don't stand a chance against this kind of fury. You're just a witness, a small observer in a drama that's been playing out for thousands of years. This is the first taste of what Iceland actually feels like. It's the feeling of the raw edge of creation. It's no wonder this alien coastline was chosen to represent distant worlds in stories like Game of Thrones or Star Wars. But no screen can ever capture the feeling of the cold spray on your face or the humbling sense of your own small place in this grand geological theater. The roar of power. From the roar of the ocean, we head inland, chasing a different kind of power. In Iceland, it feels like all water is on a mission, a journey from glacier to sea. And on that journey, it doesn't just fall, it explodes. There are over 10,000 waterfalls here, but some are more than that. They're monuments of pure force. First stop is Gullfoss, the Golden Falls. It's the star of the Golden Circle Tour, but that name feels tiny when you're standing in front of it. You hear Gullfoss long before you see it. It's a low thunder that gets louder with every step, vibrating right up through the ground. As you get closer, the air gets thick with a cold mist that soaks your clothes and your face. And then you see it. Gullfoss isn't some elegant curtain of water. It's just raw, untamed chaos. The Vitar River, milky with glacial silt, charges forward and then seems to just disappear into the earth. From the top, you can't figure it out. But as you walk down, you see the truth. The river takes a sharp right turn and dives in 2 stages into a deep canyon. The second drop is a furious torrent that crashes into the abyss with unbelievable violence. Standing at the edge, the amount of water is just staggering. It's churning, boiling, and turning into a cloud of mist so thick that on sunny days, it's always wearing a rainbow. The roar swallows everything. You can't talk. You can barely think. It's the sound of millions of tons of water carving a canyon out of rock, happening right now, in front of your eyes. The roar of Gullfoss is a reminder that you're just a visitor, lucky enough to witness one thunderous moment in its story. If Gullfoss is chaos, our next stop is pure grace and scale. We travel south to Skógafoss. It's so iconic it feels like stepping into a legend. From a distance, it looks like a perfect white rectangle painted on a wall of impossible green. It's one of the biggest waterfalls in the country, dropping 60 meters in one clean shot. As you get closer, your sense of scale just breaks. The people at the bottom look like tiny figures. The waterfall seems to grow until it fills your entire view. The sound here is different, too. It's not a chaotic roar, but a deep, heavy boom that you feel in your bones. It's the sound of impact. Walking toward the base of Skógafoss is like walking into a storm on purpose. The mist is a downpour, driven by the wind the waterfall makes itself. You're soaked in seconds, but you don't care. The power is visceral. You can feel the air pressure change, the ground tremble. Looking up into it is like staring into the engine room of the planet. Legend says a Viking settler hid a chest of gold in a cave behind the water. People have tried to get it for centuries, but the force of the falls always wins. One boy supposedly grabbed the ring on the chest before it was ripped from his hands. But standing here, soaked and deafened, you realize the legend misses the point. The real treasure isn't behind the waterfall. It is the waterfall. It's the feeling of its power, washing you clean of everything but the here and now. The silence of immensity. From the deafening roar, our journey takes a turn toward a different kind of power. The power of silence. The power of landscapes is so vast they seem to absorb all noise. This is the other side of Iceland's soul. We head east, to a place that feels like a secret world. Fjaðrárgljúfur Canyon. The name is a mouthful, but the place itself is stunning. For 2 kilometers, a little river winds through a narrow canyon, 100 meters deep. But it's the walls that get you. They aren't bare rock. They're draped in a thick, velvety blanket of green moss, a living tapestry that softens the stone. Walking the path along the rim is like walking on the spine of a sleeping green dragon. The silence is deep. The roar of the waterfalls is gone, replaced by the gentle sound of the river far below. Every turn gives you a new view, a new moss-covered fortress of rock. The canyon feels ancient, a place that time has been slowly shaping for 2 million years. The air smells of damp earth and wet stone. It's a quiet, calming beauty that doesn't shout for attention. It asks you to slow down, to look closer. It's a feeling of discovery, of stepping into a secret garden sculpted by water and ice. This journey into silence leads us to its ultimate expression, a kingdom of ice. We arrive at the foot of Vatnajökull, the largest glacier in Europe. It's a monster of an ice cap, and from its heart, a slow, silent river of frozen time flows down to the sea. This is Jökulsárlón, the glacier lagoon. No photo can prepare you for this. It's a vast, still lagoon, filled with icebergs that have broken off the glacier. And they aren't just white. They're an impossible range of blues, from pale sky blue to a deep sapphire that seems to glow from inside. Some are streaked with black ash from old volcanic eruptions, a visible timeline trapped in the ice. The only sounds are the gentle lap of water and the distant, sharp crack as another piece of the glacier gives way. Seals swim between these floating sculptures, their dark heads popping up to look around. To float here is to be in the presence of deep time. This ice is made of snow that fell hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago. The air trapped inside is ancient. As it melts, it fizzes, a sound they call ice sizzle, the whisper of an atmosphere that no longer exists. There's a sadness to this beauty. You're watching ice that took centuries to form disappear in a matter of hours. The journey doesn't end here. The current carries smaller chunks of ice out to sea, where the waves toss them back onto the black sand of the coast. They call it Diamond Beach. The sight is surreal. Thousands of pieces of ice, polished smooth by the surf, glittering on the black sand like diamonds on velvet. Picking one up, you're holding something impossibly old and pure, and you feel it melting in your hand, returning to the water. It's a powerful, quiet moment. It's the silence of immensity, the feeling of standing before something so much bigger and older than yourself. The magical light. As daylight fades, or in some seasons refuses to, Iceland transforms again. The experience of this land is tied to its light, a light that can turn any landscape into something magical. Depending on the time of year, you get one of two incredible shows: the endless day of the midnight sun, or the ghostly dance of the Aurora Borealis. In summer, darkness is just a memory. The sun dips low, but never really sets, painting the sky in a dreamlike twilight that lasts for hours. It's called the Midnight Sun, and it messes with your head in the best way. The world is bathed in a soft, golden light. The green of the moss seems to glow from within. It's a feeling of endless energy, like the day never has to end. It's like living inside a dream, where the normal rules of time just don't apply. But it's in the deep, dark winter that Iceland shares its most famous secret. It's not a guarantee, it's a gift. It takes patience, darkness, clear skies, and a lot of luck. This is the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. We're near the small village of Vik, far from any city lights. The night is cold, deep, and perfectly silent. We stand under a sky full of stars and we wait. And wait. You start seeing things, a faint wisp of green that turns out to be a cloud. You stamp your feet to stay warm, your neck aching from looking up. And then, it happens. It starts as a faint green arc, so subtle you could miss it. Then, slowly, it brightens. It widens. And then, like someone flipped a switch, it starts to move. To say the aurora dances is the only word for it. It's alive. Ribbons of green, sometimes with hints of purple and pink, twist and curl across the sky. They pulse and shimmer as if they're being blown by some invisible, cosmic wind. There's no sound, just this silent, breathtaking movement. All you can do is stare. It feels impossible, supernatural, like the sky has peeled back to show you the magic of the universe. In that moment, you forget the cold. You forget the long wait. You forget everything but the light. It's not just something you see, it's something you feel with your whole being. It's the feeling of pure, unfiltered magic. The land of fire. Ice may shape the surface of this island, but its soul was forged in fire. To really get what Iceland feels like, you have to connect with the fierce, creative energy that's pulsing just under your feet. This island sits on the mid-Atlantic ridge, the seam where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are literally tearing themselves apart. That split gives Iceland a direct line to the planet's molten heart, and you can see the evidence everywhere. Our journey into the fire takes us to the Reykjanes Peninsula, a landscape that feels younger and rawer than anywhere else. It's a huge field of jagged, moss-covered lava. Driving through it feels like driving on a brand new planet. This place was pretty quiet for about 800 years, but that all changed recently. The eruptions that started in 2021 were a spectacular reminder that this land is very much alive. To stand on the edge of a new lava field, one that's still warm in places, is like nothing else. The rock is black, sharp, and twisted into incredible shapes. You can see exactly where the molten rock crawled and cooled. There's a real energy here. You feel the immense power that was just unleashed. You are literally walking on the newest land on Earth, and that feeling is profound. It's a direct connection to the forces that built our world. But the volcanic energy here isn't always a huge eruption. Sometimes, it's more subtle. We head to a geothermal area, and you smell it before you see it. The sharp, rotten egg smell of sulfur. It's the breath of the volcano. The ground is painted in wild colors, yellow, red, and white from mineral deposits. Walkways guide you over bubbling mud pots and hissing steam vents. It feels like you're looking into a witch's cauldron. To stand in a place like this is to feel the raw power of the earth in a very real way. The ground is literally boiling around you. It's both thrilling and a little terrifying. It's a visceral reminder that the ground under our feet isn't as solid as we think. In Iceland, you're close enough to feel its pulse. This is the feeling of the Earth's inner fire, a power that can create land and destroy it. It's the feeling of being connected to the raw, creative, and sometimes scary heart of our planet. Now that we've reached the end, what Iceland feels like. So after all this, what does Iceland actually feel like? We started with that question. We've stood in the roar of its waterfalls and the deep silence of its glaciers. We've been bathed in magical light and felt the heat of a planet being born. The answer, I think, isn't one single feeling. It's a symphony of them. Iceland feels like power, the thunder of Skógafoss in your bones, reminding you that nature is in charge. Iceland feels like silence, the profound quiet of the Jökulsárlón glacier lagoon, where you can hear ancient ice whispering as it melts. Iceland feels like magic, the silent, impossible dance of the northern lights across the winter sky. And Iceland feels like creation, the feeling of standing on brand new earth, on a lava field still warm from its own birth. But more than anything, Iceland feels like being alive. Truly, completely alive. It strips away everything that doesn't matter and forces you into the now. It makes you feel small, but not in a bad way. It makes you feel connected to the earth, to the sky, and to the immense, beautiful story of our world. It's the cold wind on your face, the damp moss under your fingers, the ground vibrating under your feet. It's the taste of salty ocean spray and the smell of the earth breathing its sulfurous secrets. Iceland isn't just a place you see. It's a force you experience. It challenges you, it changes you, and it stays with you long after you've gone. You leave with a deep sense of awe and a new appreciation for this planet we call home. This is what Iceland actually feels like. It feels like coming home to a world you never even knew you were missing. If this journey through Iceland's raw beauty and powerful sensations resonated with you, imagine all the other incredible places we can explore together. Don't miss out on future adventures, breathtaking visuals, and deep dives into the heart of our planet's most extraordinary landscapes. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more travel content, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more explorations. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. By doing so, you'll stay updated on our latest explorations and tips for your future travels. Like this video, if you felt the rumble of the waterfalls, the magic of the northern lights, or the awe of standing on new earth, please give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps us bring more of these experiences to you. We also invite you to share your own experiences in Iceland or any questions you may have in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. What part of Iceland's feel captivated you most? What other places make you feel truly alive? Leave a comment below and join the conversation. Your support helps us continue to bring the world's wonders to life. For even more resources, be sure to check out our related videos or visit our channel, where you'll find additional information travel guides, and inspiration for your next adventure. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Iceland, and we look forward to exploring more incredible destinations with you in the future. Let's keep exploring, and let's keep the story going.